happy to be bringing Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 2 to GDC, allow people to play it for the first time, really, and showcase, what's new about the game. One of the new things you're going to notice about Sonic Episode 2 is that it is co-op, so it's going to have Tails in it. And it's going to really take you back to those days of Sonic 2, like when you were playing with your little brother, your friend, because Tails really acts as a booster to Sonic. So Tails is there to help Sonic sort of progress through the level. And we've definitely started thinking about new elements. When we took a look at Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Tails was really confined to sort of one move that he could do with Sonic, and that was pick him up and use the Tails as a propeller and carry him onto the ledge. But now we've sort of expanded on that, so Tails is going to be able to team up with Sonic and do a big combination roll that's kind of like a yin-yang ball that is a much more powerful attack. He's going to be able to also swim underwater. New graphics engine. The graphics engine is definitely more dynamic. We've got a snow level, for example, and when you run past the flowers, the snow will actually come off the flowers when you run past. Much more interactive, much different than the pre-rendered 2D assets. Very interactive 3D. And then, of course, we've got a new physics engine, which is much closer to the Genesis. It isn't apples to apples, but it is really close, and there's three big elements you're going to be able to notice right off the bat. One is that Sonic no longer will uncurl when he goes up the ball, so if you roll up in the ball and go up on the hill, he'll stay in his attack form. The second one is fans really like that momentum-based gameplay. So at the beginning of Sylvania Castle Act 2, there's a huge hill, and if you just tuck and roll Sonic and you put your controller down and leave it alone, he'll naturally roll down the hill and actually pick up speed. So it's much more close to what the Genesis experience was. And on top of that, when you jump, it used to be that if you jumped in F1, Sonic would actually get up to the middle of the jump, and then if you let the analog stick go, he'd drop like a rock. So now, if you just jump and you have forward momentum, you'll actually complete the arc of the jump, and you'll be able to continue. So again, noticeable things that are really improvements, and a lot of it's based on fan feedback, so we're really happy to be able to be answering that. I think one of the elements that we thought about keeping, or especially looking into for the Genesis when we did Ep 2, is obviously we wanted to make it the best environments possible, and of course the best 2D experience possible. And one of those key elements was the new graphics engine. We wanted to see, like, how could we put our own sort of spin on this game? And of course, we've got a lot of elements that we're going to announce in the future that are putting our spin on the game. But one of those key things is expanding the cooperative or collaborative play with Tails. That was one element that we all felt strongly that needed to have an evolution. And we're really happy to be offering these brand new things with Tails, in addition to taking advantage of technology today. So co-op is no longer confined to local co-op. It's now online, on your PlayStation Network, even on your Xbox 360. We're definitely taking advantage of new technology in the sense that for your Windows Phone, for example, you'll be able to start on your Windows Phone, play it, save it on the iCloud, and pick up right where you left off on the Xbox 360. And those are really cool elements that you couldn't offer, 10, 20 years ago. We're going to be coming out with Sonic 4 Episode 2 on spring of this year.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to twitch.tv/TSSZ News in the second and probably final episode of TSSZ Plays Sonic the Hedgehog 4. I'm Lou. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. We're going to get right to the polls that we asked last time around. We had a lot of polls this time. 3, in fact. I think that's a record. See what you guys said, and then we'll get right into the game proper, because we have a lot to play through tonight. First of all, very simple question to start. Have you played Sonic 4? Yes. Both episodes, only episode 1, episode 2, none of them at all. It looks like everyone that's voted has played them all, so we have a good frame of reference here, and that's great. Now, an interesting question. Do you like Sonic 4? Playing it is one thing, liking it is entirely different. The vast majority of votes going for yes, 75% in the 3 votes, and 1 vote for indifferent, just kind of meh about the whole thing, so that's fine. That's what we have so far. And then, which episode of Sonic 4 do you like more? All votes for episode 2, poor episode 1. Can't catch a break here, I guess. So, we have brand new polls up on strawpoll.me/TSSZ News. In addition to these, if you haven't voted in them for some reason, we'll be checking back with them at the end of the stream, so go ahead and vote in everything. And in the time being, we have a lot to play through, so let's get started here. We are tearing through pretty much everything we can tonight, so that means both Episode 2 proper and Episode Metal, the special little add-on for people that purchased both episodes on the same platform. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have quite the time here tonight. I don't want to sync my cloud storage. What if I don't want to sync my cloud storage? You ever think of that? So, Sonic 4 Episode 2. I've kind of been looking forward to this one. Mostly just because, you know, it's a little different. Maybe it doesn't get as much attention as a lot of the other ones, especially Episode 1, because that kind of had the fervor of everybody when it first came out. So, here we go with a fresh save for Sonic 4 Episode 2. It should see that we have everything. I thought to link game data, it meant linking to both episodes, but it should be able to see that by itself. So, I guess we'll get to Episode Metal possibly after the fact. We're going to go right into Sylvania Castle, aka not Aquatic Ruin Zone. Got some fun cutscenes here, and we're going to kick things off. I noticed some people may have been having problems with the stream. Everything is A-okay on our end. It is 100% fine. I did notice that before. If you're having issues now, I'd only recommend, you know, refreshing your tab, closing your browser, reopening it. Everything's okay on our end. Away we go, and how pretty it is. I love being able to just jump right in like that on the move. So the first thing you're going to notice about Sonic 4 Episode 2, if you haven't already, is that the game looks a hell of a lot better than Episode 1 did. They completely redid the graphics engine to be totally 3D instead of the pre-rendered 2D assets of the first game, as you probably heard in that interview video in the middle of the pre-show there. You'll also notice that not only do we have Tails along for the ride here, but we can also do tag actions with Tails like I just did. So you can queue him up to get a little boost if you're in the air. You can queue him up to run around in a kind of like a yin-yang ball form, which you'll probably see relatively soon. You can also use him to swim faster underwater. You'll see that the red rings return in this game. They were first introduced, I believe, in Sonic Colors, and they were along for the ride this time around. And overall, the game just looks a lot better. By and large, perhaps with some issues in level design aside, this is pretty objectively a big step up from Episode 1 in terms of what fans were expecting. Now, if I recall correctly, critics didn't necessarily take to this game as well as they did Episode 1, which I find a little odd. But regardless, here we are, people. So, I see STBPD is still having problems with the stream. Sorry, everything's okay on our end. You might want to, I don't know, devise some kind of workaround for yourself. Try a different browser, lower the quality, something. At any rate, we're going all the way to the special stage again now. Sonic 4 Episode 1 ripped off Sonic 1's special stage, so it's only appropriate that Episode 2 rips off Sonic 2. And we're back in the half-pipe, everybody. So, real simple controls, you know, move left and right, grab the rings. And I guess holding X and Y, X or Y, will help you do a little boost. Admittedly, it has been a while since I've played these. I see. Now, one thing I do remember about Episode 2's special stage was that the controls felt kind of stiff relative to what you would expect, you know, from the Sonic 2 versions of these stages. Which is fine, but maybe not what you were initially expecting if you hopped into this game and saw these stages, you know, front and center. They do look nice, at any rate. I will give this game credit for just how good it looks. It really looks like, you know, they made a concerted effort to improve the visual quality of the game, and it absolutely shows. This is a good-looking episode. You know, sometimes I'm not sure that I can decide which special stage I like more, Episode 1's or Episode 2's. If I recall, Episode 1's are easier, and yet, I do like these a lot. Now, I'm not sure what happens. Okay, so when you get into that one of those counted ring chains there. If you collect them all, you get an additional ring bonus, as you saw, which helps you get further along in your total. Now, I remember these getting pretty brutal by the end of the game, so we'll see how I hold up over time. If I recall, I did pretty well in Episode 1 stages. So that's a little glimmer of hope. Totally different this time around, but we will see. Rarefoil asks if we started with Episode 2 of Episode Metal. Yes, I did. I believe Episode Metal will unlock itself once we get out to the hub world, but it kicked us right into the game, so we're starting with Episode 2. Now, it's difficult to show as you just kind of play the game normally, but the physics were very much improved for Episode 2. Like you kind of heard in the interview, I believe. They're not exactly an apples-to-apples, one-to-one comparison. There we go. This is the swimming underwater that I was alluding to earlier. You can also use it to kind of throw yourself out there, get some stuff back in the water, and we're invincible. Let's go for it! Woohoo! And I totally forget what I was talking about because I got distracted by the beauty of the game and the excitement of the tag action like this. I mean, I'm at the ceiling now, so it's not going to matter. I like how Tails actually sort of paws his way through the water, kind of like doggy paddling. Foxes are just dogs of the wild, are they not? I'm pretty sure that's seals or otters or something to that effect. So, you see those guys firing arrows, not Aquatic Ruin Zone, like I said before. I love the little God Ray effect when you're outside there. I don't know if you can see it, but oh, that sunlight is just gorgeous. That cost me dearly! Don't let me do that again. So at any rate, as I was alluding to before, the physics received a big overhaul for this episode. And that didn't quite work out the way I had hoped, so back to square one we go. All the way down. All the way. The bottom of the sea. So anyway, physics received a big overhaul. Kind of difficult to show during gameplay, but you'll notice fewer quirks, I think. Which means that they kind of did their job fairly well. I don't know how much more level I have here, so I'm just going to grab this quick. It's a bumper, that's good. Still have those homing attack chains, pretty plentiful actually, even though there's a little bit more of an emphasis on, you know, traditional Sonic gameplay in this episode. A little bit more emphasis. Couldn't quite hit that, so I'm going to do that. And it looks like I needed to go up. So it's interesting to see kind of the changes they made and where they prioritized, you know, their development time. So we should be coming up on the end of the act here. One other notable thing is that the acts are a fair bit longer this time around. So most of Episode 1, we were able to chew through those acts in, you know, a minute, 2, 3 minutes. A lot of these acts, I think, are going to be a little bit longer. All right, what's going on here, chat? Oh, what else? Shadowbane asks, Sylvania, huh? What is it related to? Trans, Pens, Lonk? Actually, I believe Sylvania is another word for castle in a foreign language. I can't recall which one. So technically, the zone's name, I believe, is Castle Zone, which is super hilarious and super redundant, so take that for what it's worth. I also do appreciate how much the change in track color beneath me really affects the vibe of the stage. The purple, the deep purple of the track, really makes it look very nice, I think. You're just going to notice a much more dynamic sort of game going here. You're going to see, like you're already seeing, the special stages are a lot more involved, a lot more active. You're going to see those springs and kind of like shifting tracks a lot more as we progress. Missed that. And it's just, it's a lot of it is an improvement in a lot of ways. It does have its own odd quirks, and I'll be getting to those as we explore them. It's not a perfect game by any means, But by and large, you know, I think it's pretty fair to say that this is borderline an objective improvement over Episode 1. And if not objective, then pretty darn close. That should do it, right? Yep, that's it. Very nice. What do we got here, chat? Rare foil. So what does just plain Vania mean? No, Sylvania is the full word, I think. If it is Sylv or just the, almost the prefix on it, I couldn't tell you what Vania means. What else? Marion Fisher. Punch him in his shoulder blades. Maybe I don't want to punch him in his shoulder blades. That's mean. Marion Fisher also asks, when are we going to see Sonic Heroes again? Oh, don't rush me. Monday. We'll do... I think we're going to mix it up. We got the submarine combo. I'm glad it tells me what I'm able to do after the episode, or, well, the act where I need it. So Monday is going to be, I think, a quick retrospective on Sonic 4, both episodes, look through a really kind of objective take on what works in the games and what doesn't, and then I think I'm going to start Team Shadow's playthrough, or Team Dark playthrough. Wow, I'm really tired today, if you haven't figured that out. This is a gorgeous act, this is going to be fun. So, the long and short of it is, Monday, you're getting more heroes. So, get ready for that. This is also, I think, one of the best acts in the game. Music, graphics, overall gameplay. You're also going to see, I think, the ball come into play here. Which is going to be a lot of fun. And it's actually right here. So that's the wrong tag action. Here's the right one. And oh, is it fast? Here we go, people. I remember some of this act. If you can avoid running into walls, you can really use this to speed through acts at insane speeds. When you hit walls in that ball form, you slow down. And then if you hit too many walls, that's an interesting piece of design there. You eventually break out of the ball form. If you can keep it going, though, you can really plow through at insane speed. But yeah, like I said, in terms of just how everything comes together, this has to be one of the best acts in the game. So we may well be peaking a little early. But yeah, the little, you know, fireflies glittering in places. It looks very nice. I don't know. Jump right over him. Who needs invincibility anyway? It's overrated. Now, chat, I would be interested to hear your thoughts on Episode 2 relative to Episode 1. Are any of you out there who like Ep 1 more than Ep 2? If so, why? What do you like about this episode? What kind of rubs you the wrong way? Let's get some opinions going. I like opinions. That was close. Like I said, you can get very liberal with the ball form if you're kind of familiar with the terrain and the chunk of the level you're traversing. You can be very bold and do some really cool things. What I really like about the tag actions is just how much it affords you variance in gameplay. You can save yourself from a fall. You can get that little extra height to go up and grab something you couldn't reach before. Now, you were no stranger to that with Tails, but moving faster underwater, doing all sorts of funky stuff in ball form, it's really, really nice. What else we got here? Shadowbane. Sonic Heroes broke Lou. He dances and has many moods. That's absolutely true. Lenobro. Hi. I prefer Episode 2 to Episode 1. I think I'm with you there. So again, you can see how much that color change really impacts the feel of the stage. High-level theory, everybody. What's my goal here? 100 rings? I'm not even going to try for the side. Maybe I should. I'm not gonna. We have plenty as is. See if we got more opinions down there. I will get to them post-haste. First, we got Emerald number 3 to get first. Can't be distracting me from Emerald-based glory. I forget if I can run on the ceiling in this kind of closed pipe section. I'm kind kind of afraid to try. If I can get kind of a firm situation where I can do so, I'll try. But... okay, almost there. I have a feeling we're gonna be doing okay. Marion Fisher, when is Sonic Heroes coming back? I already told you it's coming back on Monday. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff here. Okay, so here's an interesting bit. So in this, you can kind of get a rope in between Sonic and Tails, and as you spread out, that rope will also let you grab rings, like that. So I'm pretty sure we're good here. I didn't catch the exact ring total I needed. Yeah, we're fine. So it expands on that idea of the half-pipe stage in Sonic 2 and gives it just enough to make it feel substantially different. Or substantially different enough. That's a very unwieldy chunk of words there. Alright, what else we got here? Rare Foil. Episode 2 is more interesting than Episode 1, but it's still Sonic 4. Sometimes I feel like I'm really the only one that'll even try to go to bat for this game. There are a lot better games. There are many other better games in the franchise, but by itself, Sonic 4 is not inherently bad. Lenobro also says zone design and physics are an improvement. You are correct. A lot of people actually, well, not a lot of people, but some people complain about the level design in this game relative to Episode 1. They think Episode 1's level design is better. So, one big complaint I have, also if you notice up there in the top left, you'll see Little Planet in the background. Fun little bits of story leaking into my gameplay. One thing that's also interesting is I think every little chunk of level before the boss fight gives you the opportunity to collect 50 rings and fight the boss as Super Sonic, which is pretty cool. Now this boss, I remember people going nuts when it was first revealed, because it is huge. I mean, look at this thing. Thankfully, we have a quick way we can fight him by doing this the whole time. Now, what I was getting at before was that a lot of people complain about the boss music in Episode 2, which absolutely should be complained about, because the loop is like 8 or 10 seconds long. And it is incredibly annoying. So for those longer boss fights later in the game, you know, where it goes for 3-4 minutes at a time, oh, it's a disaster. So just like to hear this over and over, it's really gross. For as big as this boss is, it's really not all that involved either. You kind of just float around and fight it. I mean, there's really not a ton going on here that's challenging me. Given that it is the first boss, you should expect that. I think it's just kind of the scale and design of it that was supposed to impress you. Now he's going to do this thing. It is pretty imposing when you look at it. No! Get up there! I can attack him then. Missed that. Come on! Didn't bother to lock on. Let's try that again. Okay. Having trouble with this already. That's odd. There we go. Just gotta be a little more aggressive with it. That's all you gotta do. Oh. That's just weird. So, you sick of that music yet? Because, you're gonna be hearing a lot more of it. Just look at those graphics. Look at those pretty graphics. Donnie is here. Ew, green eyes. What else? STBPD, the boss intros are kind of annoying when they repeat. You are right there. Donnie, you can homing attack? This game sucks! 2 out of 10! IGN! We can have a whole debate on that if you want. Looks like Rare Foil's a little down on Sonic 4, as I've seen. I'll be nice. Now this is, you know, one of the big zones in the game. At least in terms of, you know, its popularity. It's gorgeous! Look at how pretty this is. Appropriate with Christmas coming up. It's just, oh, it's so nice. I like it a lot. So there's your little gimmicks. You have your rolling balls. There's your avalanche. Totally not from Sonic 3. It's probably the most original level design in terms of aesthetics in the whole Sonic 4 series. That didn't go so well. Neither did that. I'm afraid. I don't recall them doing this in episode 1, but to kind of alleviate the surprise, you see those flashing signs when you're about to hit a bottomless pit, which I want to say Color's also introduced. And I think is a nice way to kind of alleviate the frustration, because if you at least know that the bottomless pit is coming, you know, Dimps will throw it at you, but, you know, at least you stand a better chance of avoiding it. That's my take on it. Alright. Homing attack's a little pickier, it looks like. And here we can see another big kind of gimmick in this stage, which is the snowbank rolling through. If I uncurl in the snowbank for whatever reason, I die immediately. And here's a little snowboard segment. We're gonna save. See, that's one of the best parts about the tag action. You can adjust from a bad decision very quickly and kind of save yourself, which is very nice. So again, you have to kind of be careful in these snowbank segments because you will die immediately. And there's nothing you can do. It's so evil. You know, usually I expect the boost pad to be down there to just kind of haul me back up. Not this time. Like I said, you can really abuse ball form. Go, Sonic, go! Oh my goodness, oh my goodness! So fast. Let's just do that, not taking any chances here. Slow down for the special stage. And there we go! Such a pretty level. Oh, what else we got here? Saying hi to the Donnie. Marion Fisher, when you do the Sonic Heroes, what team are you going to start with, Cadix or Dark? Again, as I said before, we're going to play Team Dark. What else? Rare Foil. Look, you cannot deny the humongous amount of springs and dash panels in the episode compared to the first one. Oh, no. I'll totally admit to that. But, you know, I'm not inherently knocking it for it. Is it less than ideal design? Sure, but game's still fun. I see there's more comments. I will get to them. I again missed how many rings I need. You'd think I'd start paying attention to that by now. We like living on the edge here. Let's go with that. Alright, so we should be good here. Shadowbane, Sonic 4 Episode 4, 1080 Avalanche Snowboarding. Oh, jeez. It really doesn't add anything. It's just a weird, like, visual, almost cutscene and a little break in the action. I don't know. Didn't really do much in Sonic 3 either, though, now that I think about it. You jumped around and got some rings in that early chunk, but that's about it. It's always just kind of been that show-offy little interlude. Admittedly, a little more impressive in 1994. 350 rings I need this time. Okay, I'm keeping track. And here's that chain thing again. I think I missed one. So even if I get the rest of these, it's not going to matter. Wow. I mean, we're well past our limit anyway. I missed the one. I missed one of them! No bonus for me, but I still get the emerald, and that's what matters. What else we got here? Rare foil. There's a game. Take a drink every time you see springs in a crisscross formation in episode 2. But I like this game. I don't have to take a drink. Marion Fisher's yelling in all caps. What are you yelling about? Why couldn't this be Shadow the Hedgehog gameplay? Okay. And I swear don't be showing up on Mystic Mansion on Monday. I'm lucky if I get through, you know, a handful of those acts, worlds, levels, whatever you want to call them in Heroes. Don't make me think about Heroes. That'll come in time. One of the most unique acts in all of Sonic 4. It was only a matter of time before Sonic was placed on an actual roller coaster. And so here we are. Some people will be disappointed by the fact that there's so many boost pads in this level. I won't lie that it's less than ideal. Like this, right here. That's pretty much, you could put the controller down at that point. We can argue the semantics of that sort of level design. But I won't argue the fact that it's less than ideal. We'll go with that. They could certainly do better. Should have been faster there. Ultimately, what I think happens with the kind of spring-heavy stuff that games like Episode 2 focus on, it makes the game more watchable for people who, like you guys right now on the stream, are just kind of watching me do it. It does ultimately make it a little less engrossing as a player, but arguably it makes it a little more sort of cinematic and atmospheric is the wrong word, but slightly more, I don't know, entertaining to watch. It's all just kind of fancy. Oh, look, it's, you know, you're going around loops and dashing around like this. Sonic always has sort of been a cinematic sort of type of game, right? You just go fast, you do a lot of impressive-looking stuff. The question is finding that balance between making it, you know, engrossing to watch and see, and engrossing to play. Ultimately, you shouldn't sacrifice on the gameplay part, and yet some of these games do. Just gotta appreciate that background. That background looks really nice. Rare foil, you'd beat Lou at Heroes. Most people would beat Lou at Heroes, but thanks for the reminder. Oh, boy. Something about a Twinkle Park reference. Yeah. I try to give White Park a little benefit of the doubt as an original-looking zone. Just because you really got to scrape to find much of anything original in Sonic 4. Which I suppose is why a lot of people were disappointed with it, right? Again, I think I said this, you know, day one. If it wasn't called Episode 4, it would have had a much easier time, I think. Even if it did pull the nostalgia card. We can sort of argue that forever, too, because there's a lot more that we know could have been done with this game to kind of broaden it out a little bit. So be it. So am I just stuck in this forever, or is this eventually going to push me to the next part? Here we go. Okay. I got a lot more than just that first chunk of 100 rings. 200, please. I got it. I didn't think I could do that. Because like I said, the controls are a little bit stiff in this special stage, so it's kind of tough to make the precise maneuvers like that, just because it's a little bit sluggish. I do also love the music in this stage. It's a little more upbeat, it's energetic. It's what I'm looking for. It's what I want in my game. And we cleared that with ease. What else we got here? Rare foil at Shadowbane. Look, you've played the PS2 version a lot, and he's just started. I think that'll close the gap. That's absolutely true. I like to think I'm getting better at Sonic Heroes. Kind of by force, not so much by choice. But, you know, that's what you do. You don't want to suck. You gotta work at it and pay attention to get better. This is a slower zone here, I think. A lot of it's underwater. Tails does help speed it up a little bit, but it's gonna... We may start dragging here a little bit, fair warning. But as I was kind of saying before, and I'll say again, just to kind of repeat myself, the tag actions with Tails do a lot to help keep the gameplay engrossing. Oh, I need... Right here. Good timing. That also makes it tough. These walrus things will kind of block things off. So you gotta be careful and either get past them quickly or avoid them well. You know, they'll reshape the level like they just did there, so you have to take an alternate path. I think that's a fairly creative use of a gimmick that's also a hazard that's also an inherent part of the level design. It'd be nice to see a little more of that. This is also an instance where, as the levels get longer, you would hope that the music would get longer too, but that's not exactly the case here. If there's any real complaint to make about Episode 2's music, it's that it's somehow, I think, even shorter looping-wise than Episode 1, which was already sort of pushing it at times. So, I'm not doing well ring-wise here. It's definitely not my kind of stage. Though it does kind of push you to, wrangle with the mechanics a little more, which I do appreciate. And I just didn't even try there, did I? Not too much I can offer for commentary on this one. We're just kind of plowing through the underwater stage, such as it is. Lots of getting hit. Let's see how the ball works underwater. I haven't done that in a while. Okay, not as well as I was hoping. Need some air here, folks. Need some air here, folks. We got the checkpoint and the air! Oh! Bold maneuvers here, people. Bold maneuvers. Okay, that's like the opposite way I need to go. And admittedly, Tails can be a little funky to control underwater. That was a great air gulp. I like that. But you just kind of deal with it, I guess. I'm grabbing that checkpoint, because God knows I'll screw something up in this level. Are we through with the water? We are never through with the water. Come on now. Here's where it gets a little tricky. Some fine maneuvering required. Just gonna kind of speed through here quickly. Don't wanna get caught in a walrus. Probably could have stayed Tails to get the air bubble, if that's right. I don't like when they just leave lives lying around in an obvious place. Oh, but we're at the end of the stage! Okay! And we got the 50 rings! I was not convinced that I was going to be able to pull that one off, and so it seems we did. Why are we linking to Discord and Roblox? Rarefoil, I distinctly remember my mom complaining to me while I played this act that the song will get stuck in her head, and that's not a great one to have stuck in your head. A little too repetitive for my taste. Alright, 150 rings we need here. Let's make it happen, folks. Perfect record so far. What are we on, like 6? Is this number 6? I think it is. And there we go! Alright, not bad so far. I'm gonna try Shadow Bait. I'm gonna try to pull this off. They have to start scaling up in difficulty sooner or later. Whoa, okay. You little trickster. It's a trickster there. What do we need? 300, it said? Just about. Alright, we're scraping by so far. Can I pause and restart? I can! Okay. I'm gonna remember that. Hopefully we won't need it, but I'll keep it in the back pocket just in case. Ooh. Sorry, Tails. Oh, this is really stressful. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I missed one again? Ah. Can I do it this time? Going around those curves where it's tough to see. Nah, I missed a couple. But we're at 400, so doesn't matter to me. All right. Wait a minute, what? Did I not get it? What was the goal I needed? It falls away. Oh, that's mean. Oh, man. Boss time. Now, it's not exclusively Eggman this time around. Half of these fights are Metal Sonic fights. So here we go. With, you know, attack patterns and fight logic and stuff like that. Makes for an interesting fight. This one I felt was sort of reminiscent of something like Sonic Advance 2. Even the Mad Gear boss, or parts of the Mad Gear boss in Episode 1, where you're just kind of constantly running on the track like this. I always kind of default to Sonic Advance 2 in those instances, because that was just kind of how the entire game built its boss fights. Now, if you'll notice, you'll see a little planet in the background in another state, a more advanced state of being built as a Fortress of Evil. Now that's a little mean. The spring throws me right on Metal Sonic. Come on, game. You can do better than that. Cleared that with ease. Still moving here. Oh. That wasn't so nice. Nor was that. And no rings. I think Tails picked a few up for me. Oh, jeez! I forgot he could do that. Toast. I was toast there. And yes, I am in agreement with Rarefoil. This music is kick-ass. Absolutely. I really like the background here, too. Just, this whole zone is a good time. Though I'm not a fan of the one-hit kill crap with him knocking the stage out from under me. Let's try this again. For real this time. Get back here, you. Should probably actually run. Right. Oh, it scripted me there. No. No charge up for you. Oh, I fed him that one. I gave him that one. Now he's gonna start throwing these at me. Alright, we're getting somewhere now. Now that I'm expecting it, not so bad. So the lesson here is to kind of hang back as he, you know, knocks everything out from underneath you. That's really the key here. There's more, I guess. I do also appreciate that this is happening on the roller coaster part of the stage. Oh, he's just gonna fly all over the place. No! Denied! Rejected! Maybe don't stop in the middle of the thing, Sonic. We got a game to play through here, man. What are you doing? And I like the roller coaster just dumps out onto random snowy ground. If you were actually on a roller coaster car, you'd go all roller coaster tycoon out and everyone would be dead. Not so nice. No, no, no. Alright, what do we got here? Rare foil. I would be okay with this being Metal Sonic's theme. Me too. It's actually a fantastic theme. I like it a lot. Oil Desert. Another visually impressive stage. I really like the color scheme, especially in this first act. This has some of the most egregious level design in the episodes too. I think you'll see it. When I get to those parts, it's kind of unmistakable. I know that's coming every time I play this level, and I always hit it. With, like, no attempt to do otherwise. There we go. Whee! So, Oil Desert also has Act 2, which is sort of legendary for its music, and if you don't know why, you will soon. But we'll get there. One crazy act at a time. Oh, jeez. Is that like a residual explosion? What killed me there? Okay. Could have grabbed the sneakers. No sneakers for Sonic. We're plenty fast as is. As I stumble my way through the level. Alright, that's just mean. It's gonna start getting a little tough here. Still just trucking along. Hitting checkpoints, doing our thing. That's what you gotta do when you play a Sonic. Oh, I wanna go back. Thank you. I need rings, folks. Gotta hit my quota. Gonna spring back here. Probably wanted me to go up. Here's another fun bit. Again, really utilizing the new Tails mechanics to pretty good effect here. Really stretch out how far you jump before you cue Tails. Gives you a little more leeway going into the rest of it. Just like that. Now this is where it gets a little tricky. Didn't do so well. And we're dead. Well, I think we're gonna end the Chaos Emerald dream for this stage. Unless I can somehow amass 50 rings by the end of it. I'm pretty sure we're close to the end though, so I don't know how feasible that is. We're gonna try though. Can't say I never tried. I mean, you can say that, you would just be wrong. Just made it. Just got enough rings. Holy crap! Sometimes I'm good at a game. Not all the time. But once in a while. We're gonna get a chance to try that special stage again. Oh, what else we got here? Shadowbane. There are a couple good remixes of this floating around for Oil Desert. Yes, Nico CW does some great ones. Oh, there's others. I can't remember them right now. But there are a few. Someone probably mentioned it in the Rare Foil did, I think. Here we go again. Alright, let's keep tabs on our ring count. Let's try a little harder. See what we can do. Not doing great already. Just made it. Just made it! We're gonna keep going. This Tails card go like, oh god. 300 rings. Oh, we probably needed 450, didn't we? I was way short. So that means it's gonna want me to get some of those bonus bits, right? I'm not sure I'm prepared to do that. There we go. Do a little better there. Oh, I tried. But we're in much better shape now. I think we're ahead of where we were last time. So we're only going to need 100 rings this time around. Let's see if we can do it. We're probably going to have to pick up one of those bonuses. And we got one! Nice! Okay. So as long as I don't totally screw this part up, we should be good. Thank you, Tails. I think I missed one, because I'm at an odd number now. All good! All good, my friends! Because guess what? Chaos Emerald number 6. I think we might take this game to task and try to get all 7. It's not like I don't have enough to play today, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it anyway. It's happening, folks. We're so close. And we're kind of ahead of schedule, too. Relatively. 7 acts we've played through, 6 Chaos Emeralds. We're doing just fine. I think. Now, here's your duck act. Oh, I'm gonna stay quiet for a while and just let you appreciate this music, because it is truly a work of art. Enjoy. I think we've suffered enough. So, I'm not sure that we've gotten to the obnoxious level design bits of this act yet, or this zone yet. But it's coming, people. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Like I said, ball abuse. So here's something interesting. This kind of puts you into an automatic beat everything on the screen mode, and you just kind of mash a button. I think it's A, yeah. Rack up some points and just kill everything. Oh, it's amazing. Now that, you want to talk about an OP power-up, that is exactly it. So many rings now, I could really use a shield. God knows I'm going to run into something. Just like that, and all my rings are gone. That's the price you pay in a Sonic game. There you go. Okay, that's just silly. It's almost like they put that stuff there on purpose, like they know it's gonna, like, trigger people. So they throw that in. It's abuse of your player base. Nothing more, nothing less. I was gonna say, please don't tell me I'm at the end. I am at the end. Not even close this time. Okay. That's okay. Doing just fine. Sadly, it only gets harder from here. Now, if I recall correctly, Oil Desert has a particularly annoying boss in terms of how slow it goes. And God forbid you die, you gotta do like the whole thing over again. I think it's like 3 or 4 minutes. It's very frustrating. So yeah, here's, you know, another level of Tails' powers getting to work out. One thing I do like is that I don't think the sand is scripted to keep up with you there, unlike a certain stage in Sonic Heroes. So you can kind of just take it at your own pace, and it will follow in time. You have that set amount of time to get through it. So, still just kind of plowing on here. I knew that would happen. I knew it. I knew this. You can't stop it. There is no stopping it. We're just going to wait for that to happen. Oop. Let's try that again. Spring City, why are they here? Can I barrel roll through this? Let's find out. I can. And we're off and running. Whoa, so fast! Someone call an exorcist. We're definitely gonna want it. Invincibility theme, I believe, totally unchanged from episode 1. I really wish Sonic's on-foot speed wasn't throttled, because that's a really fun hill to run down. Like that. Oh, fine. Down we go. Let's blow some stuff up! Why not? Shadowbane. I legitimately never, ever beat Sonic 2 without cheats, but I think I've beaten every stage not in succession. It's a tough game. You know, I won't fault you for that. We've all been there. Oh, don't you dare hit me. Not even close. Get up. Alright, so this is where it's going to get a little tricky now. Yep, nope. Wanted to grab some more rings out of that, but I'm at the end of the stage too, aren't I? Of course I am! Should have just waited for the sand. Should have waited for the sand. When have you ever said that before? I didn't wait for the sand. Alright, what else we got here? Quack, quack. Yes, Donnie. Rare foil. I call myself a Sonic fan, and I've never beaten all the special stages in Sonic 2 without a save state. Well, it was a lot harder in those early games. They're a lot less forgiving. Oh, I didn't hit, jeez. Didn't hit next act. We're gonna go through all of this. Yes, I know. Unlock everything. And it'll probably give me episode medal at this point, too. But we're gonna stick with playing through it in succession here. So now you see your pretty hub world. And no episode medal? That's interesting. Wonder if I did something wrong. Or maybe I have to beat the game first? I really don't understand how it works. At any rate, boss fight time. Sorry, Tails. That's awkward. Wait. Rare foil. Does anyone think having a second guy to read the chat would be helpful? I mean, I apologize that I can't read them all as I play the game. Sometimes I just don't have the luxury of having a second person with me, you know. I do the best I can. Gotta understand that. Alright. So we need to wait for him to come out of that bubble, I think. Out of his little helmet there. And it's dangerous with that knockback. Yeah, there we go. We gotta try to do this quickly. I mean, I don't know if there's a consequence if I don't. Whoa, that was close. This is where the music really becomes a pain. More so than anything else, it's just kind of the fact that this boss fight moves so slowly. That, you know, if you do screw up near the end, which happens from time to time, you know, you gotta redo the whole thing, and this music just keeps going and going, and that's no fun. It's not even that it's hard, it's just repetitive. Oh, meanie. There's knockback. There's nothing I can do. Okay. Still going up here. And now there's bombs. Terrifying. It's terrifying. So do you just lose your rings if the bomb explodes? It's probably not an instant death, I would imagine. Oh, it's just so slow. It just plods and plods. As of now, it's not tough. It's just plodding. Probably too easy to get squished. And since there's no, like, kind of pinch music, I don't really know where I stand in terms of the overall fight, so... Where are you going? Get back here, you. I don't know what's happening. Oh, do I just kind of fly up to him? Oh, jeez, okay. This part I don't remember at all, so we're really just going to hope I don't die, because I'm 3 minutes in at this point. Oh, well, he's right on top of me. That's not cool. Am I supposed to fly up and hit him? I guess. Maybe from the front? I'm not sure exactly what it wants at this point. And I better figure it out, because I don't want to do this again! I can't seem to get in front of it. Which I'm assuming is what it wants at this point. Ah, come on. Ball form. Oh, it wants me to knock it over. That's right. Okay. Or not. Maybe go at its feet. It's tough when I can't, like, actively get out in front of it. See? I do understand what it wants now, and now I'm just kind of like playing. I'm aware, Rare Foil, thank you. See, just like this. That's what it wants. Nice, okay. 1 ring to spare. Oh, man. STBPD, Lou, did you get the Supersonic achievement? The one where you have to beat all bosses as Supersonic. I spent a whole afternoon doing it, plus 5 hours trying. I remember going for it back in the day. I can't remember if I did or not because the final boss is an absolute pain, as you just pointed out, STBPD. When you transform into Supersonic and you have to do a tag action with Tails, you automatically break out of Supersonic to do the tag action. Why, I don't know. And you have to actively beat the boss as Supersonic, which means for the final boss, not to spoil it, you have to go into ball form, I believe, then immediately come back, transform as Supersonic, and nail the final hit, which is super tough to maintain 50 rings throughout that whole fight. It is incredibly difficult. What else here? Shadowbane, would you believe I spent New Year's 2012 maxing out my levels in Sonic Unleashed for both Sonic and the Werehog? I mean, it's pretty easy to sink some time into that, right? If you really enjoy that game, you can just kind of get lost and sucked into it, right? Okay, so Sky Fortress. Of course, we're not content to just rip off Wing Fortress here. We got to rip off Sky Chase here too. And this act is pretty long, as I recall. So we can use Tornado Boost, which we're going to need to at some point. I'm probably going to try that out. Okay, so that's how that works. There's a lot of lag time between like executing that move and when it finishes. I already remember this being a huge pain. Okay. At least it brings the point back. Now that's just mean. So you need to tornado boost these. Right like that. The lag time on recovering from one of those hits is excessive. Rare foil. Can you get special stages in Sky Fortress? Maybe not this act, but the rest of it, sure. You have the ability to. Whether or not I'm actually capable of that is a different question. STVPD confirms it. Of course I have a shot at it. Just because they're tough doesn't mean I'm totally incapable. Just mostly incapable. Alright, so this is why this level is a bunch of crap. We were doing so well, too. Like, the momentum of the game was going, and we were all having a good time, and then it just murders it with this. I'm pretty sure this level's like 4 or 5 minutes long, too. For the record, though, I also hated this stage in Sonic 2. So. Hated's a strong word. But it is pretty much one of the worst acts in that game and this. And again, it's just kind of one of those slow, plodding acts that I don't have much insightful commentary for, so I just gotta kind of roll with it. Other than, hey, it rips off Sonic 2. Plane better be there. Whoa, that was lucky. That's a definite problem. If you can't see the plane and you don't have a confirmation of where it is, you're just kind of throwing that up to the heavens and hoping, you know, make your leap of faith and hope that it works out. Again, doesn't help that the music is so repetitive. And I mean, under normal circumstances, you know, that'd be fine, because I actually really like this music, just not, you know, for 5 minutes at a time. It's entertaining on the soundtrack, not so much elsewhere. Okay, so far so good. A lot of that crap. More than enough rings at this point, though. I have no idea how long this act is relative to everything else, so we're just gonna kind of hope that it works out. At least you kind of get a break from the plane for a little bit. I don't know what it wanted from me there exactly. That's just that. I knew it. I knew it was coming. Didn't do a damn thing about it. I don't know what you want. Okay. More of this crap. Rare foil. It rips off Sonic 2 as kind of the moniker for Episode 2 all the way through. More or less. I can't wait till we get to the final zone, though. If you haven't seen it, I think it's my favorite act and boss of Sonic 4 Episode 2, period. Maybe all of Sonic 4, come to think of it. It's a really fun act. You gotta be kidding me! This act is stupid! This is me getting a little angry now. That's what you sign up for, right? So anyway, the last zone and the final boss in Sonic 4 Episode 2 is probably the highlight of the whole series of Sonic 4. It's really fun. It looks really good. It's just well done from start to finish. which you'll see soon enough, as soon as I stop flopping around on this stupid part. Haha! Joke's on you, turtle! I don't need your turtle BS. Can I get on the plane, please? Jeez. Ah, now there's cannonballs. Bombs away from Mario Party? Anybody? A little blast from the past. Whoa! I, like, explicitly went right for it. I could not tell you why. And we're just slowly carving our way through this. I see you're talking about Bubsy in the chat. That PTSD on that one. That game's terrible. All of them. Soup to nuts. It's all just bad. It's a bad franchise. You should feel bad. Let's get my plane back. Oh, see what they did there? Haha, clever. Clever design, guys. You can't fool me. Oh, jeez. I love it. He still does his looking up and down animations. And you control the plane in that way. I forget I can homing attack on this thing, because I'm always afraid, even though I know it's locked on, that I'm going to fall off this thing. Oh, I gotta do a barrel roll! STBPD, you're right. Can I do a barrel roll? I guess that's the tornado blasty bit, but I'm in the weird scripted segment of the level now. I don't want to push it. 5 minutes and counting. Crazy. Don't get away from me. You ever just dive bomb something and go straight to your death? It's a little awkward. I see you, turtles. I see you hovering over there in the distance. You can't hide from me. I mean, you can, but you're not going to get very far. Oh my god, we're kind of coming up on 6 minutes now. It's the never-ending act. How long is this? Apparently I can hit the cannonball. I'm content to avoid it. But that's good to know. Are we done? Are we finally done? 6 minutes in? Can we get back to the action, please? Oh, man. Bubsy 2 is on Steam now, I'm told, so you can discover what's missing. I know. I don't want to think about Bubsy. I'm told Bubsy 2, I haven't played too much of it, but I'm told it's at least marginally better than the first one. And Bubsy 3D, God help you. You know, fun fact, one of my friends, his first video game he ever played was Bubsy 3D. I felt super bad when I found that out. That's akin to torture. Crazy. Alright, here we go. Not Wing Fortress. I remember being able to just, like, blaze through these acts back when, like, I played this game a lot. You just kind of learn its ins and outs and make it happen. I might go a little bit more cautiously just to kind of protect myself from the powers that be in this game, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyway. The music's good, at least. But again, as these acts get longer, you know, you tend to curse the music after a while. Oh, these parts are fun. Except when I fall off and die, but that's why we have tails, folks! Alright, so don't slow down. I remember that now. Just move no matter what. That's the rule in the Sonics, right? Just keep going. Just keep swimming. No. Nice little scenic interlude, but I say no to your chicken game. I have better things to do. Like get this shield. It's very important. And we're just gonna kind of duck everything. These are tricky. That time went much, much better. Again, it's one of those put your controller down kind of segments. And we're invincible! Let's have a little fun. Haha, fire. What's fire? Now I'm afraid because I know those exist now. Ugh, and that's why. Alright, that was our freebie. You know I'm gonna run into another one. It's almost. Thank you, Tails. Okay. Here we go. I see Bubsy puns in the comments, and I'm not sure in the chat, and I'm not sure how to feel anymore. I think you broke me again. Like internally, it's like internal monologue screaming. It's hard to express that pain. Okay. No, the homing attack and the homing attack! What happened to it? It said no at the worst possible time. Thankfully, I think there's a fair bit of act left. We should be able to get our rings back. Give myself a little space here. Nice. Whee. I don't know how much more act there is, though. I'm getting a little nervous. I'm on an instant death zone. That's always fun. And wouldn't you know it, folks, with tons of rings to spare, rare foil, I need a lot of catnip. Actually, not right now. We're doing okay, and you know what time it is, folks. The legendary piece of you-know-what. Special Stage 7. We might have to abuse that, pause and repeat sort of thing here. Little nervous. I get a little nervous here. Let's see what we can do. Alright. Let's make it happen, folks. 120 rings. And we got the 120. Oh, you jerk. Still good. Still good, folks. Alright, not fast enough for that. Alright, we're well over the total. What's next? Whew. 350 rings. You say so, game. This is the part where the kind of stiffness of the control really gets to you. Oh, I didn't see that coming. Because it really wants you to do a lot of stuff very quickly. I guess I had to go faster through that? Okay, we're not going to make it. So let's retry. Alright, let's try that again. We were close. We were close that time. I guess I have to go a little faster around the loop to get that, or I'm not sure if I just kind of gave up on it. Couldn't tell you. Either way, we're pressing forward here, intrepid explorers that we are. Here on the Twitch stream. Alright, I was expecting it that time. Expecting this in much better shape now. Alright, let's try that again. I don't know what this is. Are they like doing rock, paper, scissors, but they can't quite like finish it in time? Some weird folks. It's tough because the stage is coming at you from the top, so you don't have a ton of time to react to hazards like that. I hit that last time, too. Oh, I missed it. Didn't even need it. Didn't even need it. Okay. Whew. Here we go. I see Shadowbane's making a lot of comments. Lenobro knows. Feels my pain. Thank you, bro. 500 rings. We only need 100. Uh-oh. Yeah, we didn't get that. Is that what it's going to ask of me here? Got it. Okay. That's 20. I'm going to have to probably do that a couple more times. Okay, I see what you're saying to me. I don't think we're going to hit it this time. Yeah, I'm not ready for that. Wow, 445. Oh, this is asking a lot. Okay. So. STBPD believes. Thank you for believing. We're going to stick with this for a little bit. We're going to derail the playthrough. But it's for a good cause. I may even... God damn it! Alright, so not in good shape now. That much I can tell you. Need 150 here, right? Just made it. This is going to be pushing a little bit. Alright. You know what I may do? I may have to shuffle around how we were going to proceed with these streams here. Depending on how this goes, may have some fun as Supersonic after we beat this part of the game. I don't know. I'm prone to fun every now and again. Okay. Let's just focus on this first. Every time I hit that. 350 rings. We're really pushing it now. Just about. Oh, not feeling good. Not feeling good! Going into this part. Oh. Shadowbane. Lou will do it. He doesn't suck at Sonic games like I do. Thank you. For the encouragement there. Alright, so I don't think I'm going to hit it this time. Considering I... Oh, you bastard. Okay. I just want to see how many I can get. Alright, so I know I got to split tails up there on the third one, okay. Oh, what? Was I not fast enough? Is there more after this? No, I'm pretty sure that's it. Alright, we're gonna keep plowing on through this. Huh. It's tough, man. It really, like, takes a sharp turn into Tough Town on this. All 6 of the prior stages are... I'm not going to say cake, but how did I miss those? Inconsistency game. You know how much I love inconsistency. It only wants 120 here, right? Yeah. Oh, I see. I'm told it, the hand motions between chunks of the stage depends on who has the higher ring count. Can't say I've ever seen Tails get the higher ring count. I'm missing a tire every single time, you'd think. I would figure that out at some point. Oh, not even close. Ugh. Ugh. What a difficulty spike it is, folks. I'm told you can only get 80 rings on that last part. Well, that's a little mean. Doesn't even give you a chance to put up a fight there. Which means I'm more or less... I have to more or less go into, like, total beast mode on these early parts. Like that. And then we just kind of have to hope for the best on the last chunk. The tough part is that corkscrew of loops toward the end of the second chunk of it. You really need to plow through that well to have any chance in hell of doing this. Alright, so I'm going to remember that this is happening. Much better. How's that? Ha ha! Alright. This may be doable now. Just remember your rings. Remember how the rings work. And we're going to be fine. Alright, I'm a little nervous. Okay, here we go. Boom. That's one. That's two. I think we're gonna do it, folks. Oh! We're over 500. I think we're over 500. Did we do it? Oh, there's even more. I've been quitting well before it's time. Okay. I've been nervous. Not even gonna worry about it. Oh yeah, baby! 7 emeralds. Oh, how about that, folks? How about that? Victory, victory is mine. Oh, it feels so good. Well, we're gonna have to mess around with Supersonic after this, right? What a world. Feels good, man. Feels so good. Oh, I can do it just normally. Well, I guess we might have to celebrate with a little Supersonic here. Now this is maybe the least ideal stage for him, because it's so kind of based on platforming. We'll see. Aww. STBPD says I'm super. Thanks for the ego boost. Oh, Tails in action, baby! Out the way. I am Proski. Nice, okay. Just about. Shadowbane, I will never challenge Lou to one of these games ever. Maybe just Sonic 4. You can challenge me to Heroes, and he might be in a little rough shape there. But, Sonic 4, I don't know. This one, every so often I get this one down. This is another stage that looks really pretty. The color choice here is on point. It is just kind of a variant on the teal and orange, or the blue and orange sort of thing, but hey. Looks pretty to me. You know, at times, some levels in Sonic 4 even have like almost a clay-like appearance. This is one of them. It's just a really interesting aesthetic choice. So can I go... I can't go Supersonic here. Do I have to beat the game first? I thought it would just cue me and let me, press Y. Oh, there we go. Not that it's gonna matter. 'Cause guess what? I gotta tag out of it to get through these stages. That's what I was alluding to before, and I'll actually show you something interesting if I can pull it off with Supersonic, probably toward the end. Let's go for it. So one thing that's actually really odd is, if you notice, Supersonic retains the really clumsy physics from Episode 1, and I don't have a clue why. It's really obnoxious. And just super inconsistent, and I'll never understand. I don't think I will. Alright. Yeah, I see what it is. Shadowbane, you put yourself down there? Don't put yourself down. You gotta be a Sonic hero. Save the day and whatnot. Just gotta believe. You gotta believe. Gotta believe! And go fast, I guess. What did it want me to do there? Oh, I see. I totally missed that. But now I can do it again. That red ring, I know. Boom. Nice. Well, we are plowing through this now. Why? You know what? Who needs red rings anyway? Don't need them for Supersonics. It's just a waste of my time. I really actually don't know what purpose the red rings serve in this game. They don't unlock extra stages or anything. It's really odd. Oh, more of this. It's just what I want. But guess what I can do? You're gonna see it in action now. Might kill me, but we're gonna do it. Here we go, baby. Supersonic boss fight. Nothing like it. Except, you know, for the fact that I actually, like, need the rings now. Well, I'm just gonna cruise through this, because it doesn't stand a chance. This is borderline cheating. I'm just gonna... do this for a while. As long as I hold on to the rings, I mean, there's really no losing this, so... consider this my reward for plowing through Special Stage 7 so quickly. Get up there, you. Nice. Oh, man. Oh, the bird got in my way. What's wrong with you, bird? Oops. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. It was lying there and you ignored it. What the hell happened? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Why? I missed something crucial, I guess. I'm gonna do the whole damn thing over? Thankfully, the stream is delayed on my phone, so I can see what I did wrong. It's super delayed, though. Wow. Oh, that's really stupid. I have no idea why I died. I look down at chatting you guys for 1 second, and everything goes to shit. Oi. I like how you kind of bounce off the edge of the screen. Did I hit another... did I get another hit on him? I must have gotten squished by something. I don't know. What else would kill me immediately? It's bizarre. It's bizarre, man. There's no explanations. Haha. At least it's quick. You can just kind of blow through it. Like it's nothing, folks. Like it's nothing. Again, I did it again! Why would I do it again? Why? Oh my god, just no, I'm banned. I didn't even get enough rings to be supersonic. This is not... oh, this is not good. Was it like a bomb or something? It goes into like a scripted segment and then I can figure it out. How do I get off of this thing? No, I'm not going to be able to die, and I want to die here. Ugh. Oh, but I can be supersonic, like, right now, right? Just in time. Alright, let's be a real player this time. How about that? Ugh. This is so stupid. It's all my fault, too. I really cannot complain. Let's be a little smarter about it. Thankfully, I think the plane can just endure all sorts of abuse, right? I love it. It's a dead-on shot, and it doesn't do a damn thing about it. All right, let's do this. Oh, I see now. I get it. That's not hard. That's just obnoxious. And it doesn't give me any rings here. It's mean. How am I supposed to stay in, like, super kill you mode? Nice. That's what you want me to do. I see. Alright, are we done here? Is that what it wanted? I think that was what it wanted, folks. Okay, that went well. Get me off this damn thing. Get me off this crazy thing! Oh no! What is going on? Oh jeez, oh man. Don't do it, Tails. I have to be. I like how there's still a capsule on this thing, despite, you know, it being a floating frickin' airship that's exploding. At least the animals are safe. That's what matters here. Gotta prioritize, you know. Alright. That went well. I wish I could pause before revealing the glory of the final zone for you. But... oh, maybe I can pause the cutscene? I don't want to skip the cutscene. Well, that doesn't look good. Go, go, go! We have to get to the best part, Tails! Quickly! Quickly now! Well, this is pretty serious. You can tell they had a little more budget this time around. Ooh. That's beautiful. Spooky and beautiful. Alright. Death Egg Mark II. This is the good part now, folks. We're going to take a quick break now. Yes, best part. This is easily my favorite act and boss fight in the whole game. But before we do that, I'm going to take a quick break. It's been almost 2 hours nonstop here. Give me a little bit of time. Oh, rare foil. Those are fighting words. They say the stage is kind of lame. I'm coming after you now. We're going to take a quick break. This is twitch.tv/TSSZ News. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the end of Sonic 4 Episode 2. Stay right there. Okay, and we are back. The question was, a beta version of Sonic 4 Episode 2 was accidentally made available on which platform? A, Xbox 360, B, PlayStation 3, C, Steam, D, Android. It looks like we had some guesses for D and A. You're wrong. I got you again. Yes. The answer is actually C, Steam. Pre-orders, people who pre-ordered the game accidentally got access to what's known as the Beta 8 copy of the game, where a couple of graphics and texture files were missing. Other than that, it was almost a complete build of the game, as I recall, and that was available on the Steam platform briefly, so the answer, again, was C. Now, back to the game. This is the good stuff now, folks. Death Egg Mark II. Oh, what a time we're going to have here. Are you ready? Of course you're ready. Let's go. Now, people ask me why this stage I think is the best in the game. There were complaints about it being automatic. I love the kind of tilting background, which again kind of calls back to how Episode 1 was sort of built, with mobile in mind, where you would actually tilt things around. What I like about it is how all of it kind of comes together. People might complain that it's automatic, but I don't know that it detracts from this, because I think the visual design of the zone, how it sort of encourages you to use a lot of the abilities you learned throughout with Tails. The visual design, the layout, the overall difficulty of it, where, you know, it's challenging, but it's not like tear your hair out tough, or challenging relative to the rest of the game. I really like this zone a lot. I think it's the highlight of the game. For stuff like this. Here comes the boss fight, folks. Rarefoil says it doesn't compare to Sonic 3's Death Egg at all. That's fine. Remember, we're talking about things relative to Sonic 4 here, and in terms of Sonic 4, I think this is some of the best that it has to offer. Okay, awkward clipping. Almost had him. Got him. We're gonna be doing a lot of that, playing aggressively and stupidly. As long as we get that hit in. Oh, but I couldn't get a ring. Oh, this isn't good. Oh, this isn't good. I need a ring, folks. Alright, let's keep being stupid now. Alright. Got it. It's actually pretty cool that they actively team up against you in this stage, too, I think. You can see how it's in like various stages of completion in the background. The construction of it. Oh, I like it a lot. I see someone's talking to me down there. It does rip the gravity switching mechanic off. You can't deny that, but it's an impressive looking design. Again, it almost does kind of look like clay or some kind of, you know, plastic looking thing. But it's pretty. It's all those 3D assets at work. Oh, so close. No, not all the way down. Switch me back. There we go. You know what I think some of the disconnect is with this as well? I don't necessarily come at looking at Sonic 4 in terms of like being a super hardcore fan. I try, like I do most Sonic games, to treat them, you know, on their own merit, not necessarily, you know, a reflection of, you know, it relative to Sonic 3 or Sonic 2 or whatever game you want to compare it to. And to some degree, maybe, you know, if you want to hold it to a high standard, that's what you need to do. But to be fair to it, you know, sometimes I think it helps to look at it sort of objectively and sort of on its own merit. And now we're doing the run from Sonic CD again. It really is a super unoriginal game, isn't it? No! What the hell? Okay. I really screwed this up. What is going on? I'm in a lot of trouble here. It's probably already done. Yeah. Whoops. Oh, man. He gets electrified and fried. That's rough. Sorry, buddy. I failed you. We're going to try it again. That's awkward. Now we're doing a little better now. Jeez. Metal Sonic just coming at you here. No, not this part. Ugh. I think we got it now. Yeah, bite me, buddy! Ha ha! And that's it. I remember it being a little longer than that. Oh well. I was prompted to do the Super Sonic, but I wanted to enjoy that stage in all its glory. The music is like a third of the fun. Again, it's kind of how the stage all comes together. Here we go, folks. This is it. This is probably the absolute highlight of the game. The one really original piece of it. And it's the final boss fight. And if you've never seen this before, you are in for a treat. If you thought I was hyping up the Death Egg Zone a little bit, get ready for this. Yes, the literal heart of the Death Egg. Alright, the stage is set, let's do this. I'm probably not going to talk as much, but suffice it to say for now, I love this part. Let's do it. Of course, it gradually gets tougher as you nail more hits on him. Yes, that is a hard robot. You are correct. It's just, again, this is just sort of how the whole thing comes together. The graphics, the music, the intensity of the boss fight, how it kind of scales up. Oh, it's... I personally think they did a really good job with this. I'm stuck under it. Lost most of those rings, that's not good. Oh, I legit tried to land right next to it. It didn't work out. Okay. Still moving here, folks. Oh, boy. Where does it want me to go here? Can't get through it. No. Oh, God. All right. Is there some... Okay, I see. And we got rings. Oh, God. Oh, phew. That was close. Yeah, hard I wouldn't say is the right word for it. Tricky. It's probably the right term for it. Oh, it's getting serious now. At some point, it might be starting here. If you don't get to the boss within a certain amount of time, he like sucks up all the life force from behind you. You can see the background darkening, and that's kind of your pressure to get to him, because if the screen goes totally black behind you, it's an instant fail. But it's not immediate. You have time to catch yourself and land that hit on him. It's quite stressful. especially if you're like really struggling to get back up to that center ring. Whew. Oh yeah, if you want the Supersonic achievement, this place is damn near impossible. Is that it? Ha-ha! Just like that, folks! Sonic 4 Episode 2 in the bag. Whew! What a ride that was. Real fun way to close out the episode, I think. Always had a lot of fun with that zone, with that boss in particular. I thought it's just a really fun creative design for the boss. Oh god! The best parts explode! We gotta go! The frame rate, no! Oh man, talking about Mr. T? And we're getting pooped out. Right? Yep. You ever just have a giant floating ball in space poop you out into space? It's a little weird. Okay, folks! Sonic 4 Episode 2. What a ride. What a ride it's been. So, we have Decision now, and you can tell me thank you for the congrats. Yeah, we got a cliffhanger here now. So, what do you want to do here? I'm gonna poke around to Supersonic a little bit, just because I think I've earned that right. We did pretty well here. We have a choice. We can play Episode Metal tonight. The stream's gonna be a lot longer as a consequence, and I find streams that really push themselves over 2 hours, I have some trouble putting them up on YouTube for repeat viewings. So here's our choice. We can poke around a little bit as Supersonic. I plan on doing that anyway. We can hold Episode Metal until tomorrow, right before the retrospective. We'll still kick into Sonic Heroes anyway. Or we can do it tonight. I'm kind of leaning towards tomorrow, just to kind of shorten the stream a little bit and give us a little more to do beyond just the retrospective. So, just kind of sit back and enjoy the credits. Well fought, well deserved, I think. So how's your night going? Mine's pretty good so far. I can't lie to you right now. Feels good. I'm happy that we got to break up the Heroes action. Not that like I desperately hate Heroes that much. I'm not having a terrible time with Heroes. I know I play it up a little bit, but it is sort of nice to break it up with something that a game that I actually genuinely do enjoy to some degree. I did like playing Sonic 4 even back when it came out. I guess my standards weren't too high for it. Maybe I don't know, but I do have fun with it. I'm not terrible at it, as you've seen. So it's nice to not totally flounder around on stream for you. I can't lie to you there. So I don't have a whole lot for you here. Just gonna kind of kick back. I have a nondescript sport beverage. Cheers. Tastes like sugar. Rare foil. Not gonna lie, I would play Heroes over Sonic 4. Ooh. Ooh, hold, let me get up to the mic. Ooh. Do tell. Why is that? I'm curious. I know you're not the biggest fan of Sonic 4 from what I've seen. But I'd be curious as to why you prefer that game over this one. Haven't hit any game-breaking bugs in Sonic 4, I gotta tell you that much. Yes, what an anticlimax here. You're right on that one. To be continued, never. At least we got Mania to look forward to. That's the one thing I think about sometimes. I might defend Sonic 4 a little bit. I don't go out of my way to hate on it. But, oh, Mania's just going to blow it out of the water. We know this. We all know this to be true. Alright, so how do I get the episode medal? It's not this. Yeah, STBPD. Rare Foil kind of hit it on the head. Episode 2 didn't do well enough and they canceled it. I don't know what is going on right now. That's not where I need to be. Yes, you're right. It was planned at some point, and they canceled it. Yeah, see, there you go. We didn't get episode Metal until the end. So I guess we can go ahead and play through it. We'll be totally done with Sonic 4 after this. And I guess we're going straight into it. I really like the Sonic CD styling in there. A long time has passed. It's true. Someone was making a comment about this music playing. It is from the cutscene. A cutscene is from this cutscene. In sort of a half-hearted attempt to tie Episode 2 and Sonic CD together. Though it is nice to see some higher res graphics for Stardust Speedway in the background. I always thought... Yeah, people ask that, Rarefoil. I don't know why Stardust Speedway is bad future. I don't... Admittedly, I don't get too into the canon. I love this part, though. It's much. It's odd the emotion it invokes there when it cues up the Sonic CD music and you see Metal Sonic kind of damaged and flying out. It's I don't know, it makes you a little happy, I think. You're happy he's back. Episode Metal World Map has been unlocked. Just how did Metal Sonic make his comeback after Sonic CD? He goes through Sonic 4 in reverse. Ooh, creative. Gotta sit through this. Whoa, is that big enough? Hey guys, we made this cool zone. Play it again. I totally would play it again. Alright, let's plow through episode Metal here. And then we're gonna call it a stream, folks. Maybe we'll poke around with Supersonic during the retrospective. That'd be an interesting idea. How about that? Well, Metal Sonic returns! Gotta use episode 1's graphics there. So if you don't know what's going on with episode Metal, it's basically, wow, sufficiently retooled versions of zones and acts from episode 1. Retooled to make them harder, maybe a little longer. As you'll soon see. Just familiar enough, but again, it's just kind of like more random object placement. Shadowbane, Death Egg Mark II about to be dropped on the planet. I mean, we did kind of tear it apart, didn't we? Proud of it, too. Oh, yeah. King in here. It was gonna get me sooner or later. No, don't! Alright. Oh, not good. Even worse! Made it. Somehow. Rarefoil. Sonic 4 isn't bad, but it's bland and mediocre and doesn't make the best use of its time. All accurate. I will openly admit I still have fun with it, though. It can be bland and mediocre and still, you know, entertain you. It's like a movie you know isn't great, but you can't help but watch it sometimes because it just entertains you inherently somehow. That's sort of Sonic for it. Yeah, so you know, I think that's actually a pretty good plan. We're gonna play some Supersonic levels from this episode over the retrospective. I think that'll be fun. Just thinking out loud here, what I gotta do for Monday. And then, in case you know, didn't assume this already, there won't be... Wow. a stream a week today because it's obviously Thanksgiving, so just be aware of that. I will remind you many, many times, I'm sure. You can sort of see how it's just kind of random stuff thrown in your way. All right. It literally just like has most of the same assets from episode 1, not counting the new HUD. STVPD, it could have been better if they remade the zones with episode 2 graphics. That would have been cool. Can you imagine how cool this zone would look if it was in full, 3D graphics mode? Oh, it'd be gorgeous. I mean, I already think it's pretty, but we're talking even prettier. Oh, I thought I could do it. And, oh, we're not dead? I'll allow that. And the ring's bouncing too much. Yeah, I'll wait. Boing. Oh, that's awkward. That would have been even more awkward. Faster. A lot of times, you'd be amazed how much farther you can get in a level like this. In a lot of Sonic 4, actually, if you just jump when you're going fast. I find that ends up bleeding into how I play some other Sonic games. Like, I'll try to play Sonic 3 that way, or one of the Rush games that way, and it doesn't work out, because there's just something really weird about Sonic 4's level design and how you can almost predict how it's going to flow. It's hard to explain. But that's definitely my experience playing this. Dunk. I think you don't actually gain speed that much if you're just rolling down the hill like that. I mean, I don't because I think that's silly, but I like it in an, oh, that's weird kind of way. Plowing through this slowly but surely. Oh. Let's do that instead. I still love that background with all the arches, the stone arches in the background. Looks pretty nice. I can't lie to you there. Alright, we are blowing through this here, people. What do you got here? Rare foil. Heroes is more original and entertaining. Sonic 4 is more stable and mechanically sound, but isn't as exciting. I gotta think about that. Mostly just because of how the levels are constructed in Heroes, and how they just kind of drag on, at least in Team Sonic's case. I don't know, I kind of... it wears on me after a while. I have absorbed the labyrinth's power. Let me tear it apart! Well, that's awkward. Electric Road. AKA, we gave up on naming this. Almost. Alright, jerk. Have it your way. Oh, come on. Don't phase me through the platform. Not sure what else you want me to say here. It's It's episode metal through and through. It's entertaining enough to play through the slightly remixed zones in this way. I can't say it's super exciting. I would agree with whoever kind of said that there was more potential in episode metal than they gave it. It's a nice enough little treat for people that bothered to buy both episodes. But again, I don't really know if it was brought to its full potential. It was clearly sort of just an additional little olive branch for the fans who felt so slighted by episode 1. So they give you more episode 1 content to play. I don't know what's happening here. I think we have episode 2 physics here. Yeah, we do. I'm still baffled as to why Supersonic in... Oh, what am I doing? This, I guess. I'm baffled as to why Supersonic in Episode 2 uses Episode 1's physics. I can't understand the rationale for that. You already built the new engine. You have all these new physics in place. Why? Why? Just randomly switches out. Does it make it easier to control? I don't think so. In pursuit of Sonic. ... Oh, instant death! Look at that! Wow, he explodes and rotates in midair and everything. That's rough, man. I do kind of like the idea of playing through the zones in reverse. So, you know, what was hardest is now easiest, and what's easiest is now hardest. Though I'm admittedly, that's grasping at straws a little bit. Oh, man. It's a weird position to be in, because, you know, it's... Dimps. It's, you know, I can't openly criticize episode metal too much, because it is just kind of, you know, extra free content, which is good. But it's also not great free content, so... You know, I guess you just kind of recognize it for the mediocrity that it is, and you go about your day, be glad you got anything at all. And how do you see that? Is it worth, you know? How do you want to look at that? Do you praise it for existing? Do you criticize it for existing? Oh, can I not get on this thing? Oh, really? There we go. Well, we're just about done here, so... One thing that I do notice, those S tunnel things, I don't even care at this point, really don't feel as fluid or as fun as they do in like, Sonic 1, for example. And that's it, people. What else we got here? As Some Call Me Johnny said, True Lock-On would have been playing Episode 1 with Sonic and Tails. Why is Metal Sonic killing his coworkers? Good question. Nothing makes sense anymore, now that you think about it. There's your answer to how he gets Tails' rocket. I do like the reuse of the music cue from Episode 1, admittedly. It ties it together a little bit. And there you have it, folks. I think we're all done. So, yeah. We have to count through these one by one? At any rate, come on back on Monday for some more fun Supersonic stuff, and then we're going to recap, actually, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to read the chat first, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do, and we're going to sign off for the night. So, STBPD, maybe they confuse him for Sonic. Who knows? Nothing makes sense, right? So, here's the game plan. Monday, we're going to play around with Super Sonic in some of these levels while we do the post-mortem on Sonic 4. We're going to give a fair and objective analysis, my own biases aside, on what works in the games, what don't. We're going to kind of give them a rating. I'll see if I can maybe get a guest in here to discuss this with me, so it's not just me babbling on and on. And then we'll go start Team Dark's playthrough in Sonic Heroes. I know a lot of you are eager for me to get back to that game, and it's happening soon, so fear not. In the meantime, come on back on Monday. We will, like I said, be recapping Sonic 4 before we move on. A little bit of Super Sonic fun, and that will be that. So tune back in here, twitch.tv/TSSZ News on So, you ever just have a day where you can't get the words out? I'm getting really tired at this point. Come on back, Monday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on twitch.tv/TSSZ News, and it'll be a great time. Rarefoil wants me to get... Well, I'll see if I can. He does like coming on the stream, and you haven't heard from him in a while. So I'll see what I can do. Thanks a lot for watching. This has been TSSZ Plays Sonic 4. Remember to come back on Monday for more good stuff. It's happening again, folks. We'll see you then. Take care.